Here I am. Sorry, I'm getting on a little bit late today. We had a lot of stuff to do. Mondays can be busy, but you know what else Mondays are? Mondays are feral. So y'all wanted to see a look with this color, and this color. So you know what that means? Put on your makeup seatbelts. Also, even I want to point out that my skin looks extra fantastic today. That looks juicy. And I did switch my moisturizer. And let me get you the link. This is the one that I've been using. It's from Elemis. I mean, it looks extra glowy today. So keep in mind, it is Feral Monday. So we're gonna get wild. I feel like Mondays can be kind of blah, and they don't have to be. Not with makeup. So you already know it's gonna be absolutely out of control. We're using white eyeshadow base. And you know what? I'm gonna start quizzing y'all, but you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Why am I using a white eyeshadow base? I'll tell you the answer in the next slide. So let's grab this shade. Pack that on. You pack it on just a little bit more. There you go. You can definitely see it. And then if I take it on my brush and I just pack it over here, see how my undertone is peeking through? Oh, you can definitely see that difference. So what happens is when you use a white eyeshadow base, no matter your skin tone, remember, it's going to get completely covered up. It's going to be the truest color. It's going to be its truest form. This is exactly what's in the pan here. Exactly. This is not what's in the pan because my undertone is peeking through. And if I even use an eyeshadow base that's close to my skin tone, the same thing is going to happen. And one thing that I learned from just sitting here and really playing in makeup, because it's what I do. I do it no matter what. Even if I'm not filming, I will find myself up here just playing around with makeup. And the way that I used to do makeup many moons ago was if I didn't feel pretty throughout the entire process, I couldn't finish the look. I had to wipe it off and it had to be pretty the entire time. And when I say pretty, makeup is a process. I would use my warm browns and they wouldn't look as jarring on me. And I never got out of my comfort zone because I just felt that I couldn't look like this. I couldn't see myself like this. But when you just kind of power through this and you just see it as a process, you get really beautiful and unusual looks. So just try to see that finished product. All of y'all are answering the right answer. I love this. I like the little quizzes. I think we should do this every once in a while because it helps you remember, retain that information. And I'm using a C31, by the way. I didn't mention that. This is so cool to me. Honestly, even at this stage that I'm in for makeup, this is just wild to me. Makeup is so fun. And then I don't mind a white brow bone, but not everybody is into it. I'm just going to grab a concealer. I'm going to grab my pot concealer here from NARS. And the reason I'm going to use this one is because you really don't lose control of it. It's not my favorite for my under eye, but it's my favorite for any type of detail cleanup work. And then just take this across the top part. Don't even worry about this. We don't have enough on our brush right now. And we also don't know how far over we want to bring our eyeshadow. So don't be afraid of that. Notice how it transitions now? It goes from our skin tone to the white. Now listen, the eyeshadow look today isn't going to be that complicated, but I'm telling you what's going to be complicated. I'm going to try my best to do a rhinestone wing. Feral. All of y'all are noticing my skin too. Now, let's not act like I was on here having a skin issue. My skin is just what it is. It's genetics. There it is. But I will say something's different, and I know that's the only thing I've switched. Elemis, y'all. Elemis never lets me down. I love Elemis. Now let's grab the darkest shade of the shades that we're going to use. Well, the darkest matte, I should say. And let's think here. What do we want to do? We want to extend the eyeshadow out this way. So let's press it here I'm using the E28. It's a beautiful color. Just keep pressing. Notice I haven't picked up any more of that product. What I picked up on my brush was plenty. Kind of just keep extending it. I don't even mind if it goes a little into my brow hair. I want everything to be angled upwards today. Even my ponytail's helping out. So now I have the product here. Remember, it's always on the one side of the brush. So the product is on the one side of the brush before the slide stopped. Let me zoom you in. Now flip that side towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to tilt my head back, and I'm just going to bring it over this way. And I'm kind of pressing it into the socket, and since it's on just the one side, our lid might get a little messy, but not as messy as if we were doing it obviously the opposite way. Picking up some more of that same shade, still on the one side of my brush, and just kind of build this up. Now with whatever's left, I'm just going to take it and tap to just lightly smooth that top area. I kind of want that definition, but I do need it smoothed a little bit more. Now let's grab a little bit of this shade, just that much on the side, and we'll add a little bit more of a transition. I honestly like the idea of this light pink brow bone too. And sometimes what we don't realize is with the transition, it sometimes fills in gaps and smooths the shade that we already have laid down. You see how smooth that looks now? Again, don't worry about this and don't worry about that. So now just to add a little bit more depth, I'm gonna grab the same shade we started with and I'm just gonna pack a little bit more here. Same thing over here. Do y'all ever notice that for my looks, there is only 1 or 2, maybe 3 brushes used for eyes, even my most intricate looks? And do y'all realize that there's only 8 brushes in the collection? And that's really all I use. I just feel like you don't always need 5 or 6 brushes for an eye look. And that's why I was very specific with shape and fiber. I just thought of that. Now let's move on while Jean snores for us. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the family. But if you're wondering what on earth is making that noise, well, I'll tell you what's making that noise. That is a 16 pound, maybe 17, should be 15, 17 pound orange boy cat. Okay, probably one of the sweetest cats in existence. If I was to go wake him right now and literally put a sweater on him, he would be grateful. He does not care what I do to him, and he snores. He's just a snorty snorer, and I just never have the heart to move him because he loves to be in my makeup room while I do my makeup. So yeah, that's Jean Bean. Now I'm going to switch to a C30. And the reason why is because this one just picks up shimmers so nicely. But then it picks it up better than your fingertip because you're going to have more control with this. So we're going to take that. Actually, I'll do this eye because I was seeing how much the color, how pigmented it was. And it was actually perfect. I expected it to be more red, but it was perfect for these colors. I'm going to pick up some more of it. Goodness me, I've spoke too soon. He might need woken up. Awoken. I'm about to go awoken him. Gene Bean. Gene Bean. He's so cute and nothing can wake him. Now I kind of like that negative space there. Now I'm going to finish this eye for y'all. Picking up more shimmer. See that precision? I'm trying to decide where I want to stop it. I think I might grab the E28 again and add a little bit more of the mauve, depending on how you say it. We'll bring it over this way. Now where's my E28? There it is. I'm grabbing the first shade. Fill in the gaps. I think I'll go ahead and fill in the negative space here. Just tap it. Can you imagine sleeping that well? Where you could just hear all of this banging and you just snoring away? Out of control, Gene. And there's also a reason I leave this bare, and the reason why is because I'm still going to put a little bit of brown there to darken the lash line, but when you put shimmer here, any kind of liner, it gets a little bit harder to go on top. No matter what your formula is, it is going to mix with a shimmer, and that's going to make your liner not last as long. It's going to make your liner not be as true as it is on a matte surface. So just always leave a little bit of space here between your lash line and your shadow. Micellar water on a C30. Start to clean that away. Another reason I like using a brush is because it's actually a lot more gentle on your skin, and then you just tap it in. A lot more gentle than a wipe. I love these. I cannot recommend these enough. They're from Shiseido, and they are so easy to use because they're so small, but they're so pigmented. Now I'm just going to do my lash line because I want to extend here with the rhinestones, which I'm about to grab right now. And I'm going to teach you how to put rhinestones on because it's the easiest thing in the whole wide makeup world. Listen, all you need is your lash glue, a nail art tool. This is just called a nail art tool on Amazon. And then grab you some rhinestones from Amazon. So easy. Let's just take some of that lash glue, and I think we'll start our wing here. We're gonna stop the glue right there because if we were to extend all the way out, it would be dry by the time we got there. So let's grab some. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the tool. Just grab some here. See, it just grabs it right there for you. So easy. And then I think I'm just gonna start, and I'm gonna start with the larger ones. Why is this so wobbly? Get on there. Much better. Start here with the larger ones. I'm gonna grab another one. Gina's making sure that y'all get such a nice show today. Perfect. You can kind of move them. Fun. Also, another tip that I want to give you is to work on both eyes at the same exact time. And also we're going to want it thicker through here, and then we're going to trickle them out and they're going to get smaller. Now let's add more glue to this section, and we're going to grab the next size down. And you can see that it doesn't take as long as you would think. Nice. And then remember, we want to angle that up. If you're not sure how to place these, you could always just draw a tiny little shadow wing with some eyeshadow. It's the easiest thing ever. Just take an E26 and just draw kind of like a phantom wing that'll be completely covered. But by this time in my makeup journey, I can map out, I can just see the wing. I'm one with the wing. But just do kind of a little phantom wing underneath. You want to know another tip that nobody tells us? Shut the rhinestones. Shut them. How many times I have barely bumped something and sent this thing flying. The moment you're done with the section, shut it. Just a quick reminder. Y'all probably know to shut it, but in case, I just wanted to tell y'all because there's been some rhinestone chaos in this makeup room. Perfect for a Monday. Perfect. So just to add a little bit more balance, I might add a few more little ones underneath here just to kind of connect, but I'm gonna have to get my foundation on first. So let's do that. These are really pretty. I don't think I've ever worn these. These are from House of Lashes in the style Heavenly Light. And we're gonna have to wait a second for them to get a little extra tacky because I'm really gonna need to press them down on top of my lashes here. Really on the skin. I have a whole lash tutorial, but this is gonna be a little bit more tricky since the rhinestones are there. So we'll have to kind of pinch them. And to do that, I have to wait for that glue to get a little bit more tacky. So what happened here? It's a good thing. The lashes kind of complete this and add that little bit of shape that we needed there. It kind of fills in this gap here where I was gonna have to add more. That looks absolutely perfect. I absolutely love this look. Time of my life. Y'all are gonna get a first impression. I'm not gonna compare it to what it's duping today, but I am gonna try it. But the way I'm gonna try it's different. Listen, I'm not just gonna go all over my face, and this is gonna look yellow, but remember it's very, very sheer. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Obviously I've never tried it, but I know what it is. So let's put it on the outer perimeter. It's gonna look frightening. It absolutely is going to look frightening, but everybody just hang on. Since my skin looks so good today, I'm just gonna wear this kind of on the outer perimeter. Nice. Let's work this in with the C41. I like to use my C41 with my sheer products. See, it's so sheer that, don't worry about it. I also want y'all to know that for you. So I will say, I feel like this one doesn't show as much texture as, well, we're gonna compare, don't worry, we'll do a video on that. But I feel like this one looks better. Now you're wondering, what the heck are you doing? Why do you act this way, Rose? Well, I'll tell you why I act this way. I'm trying to find my concealer. There it is. I'm gonna use my Best Skin Ever concealer, and from here, I'm just gonna put this here into the center. Nice. I put a little bit there just for some coverage. And then I want a C31. And I found the C31. So let's just take this, start to work this in. I'm going to zoom y'all in a little bit. And then this is going to melt. Oh, that's pretty. I just made that pop so much more. And then we'll switch back to the C41 here, just to kind of melt that concealer into the glow. I don't even know what this is considered, and now it's ran away. There it is. The Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I don't need as much control here, so we can just work that concealer in with the C41, but through here, with the C41, now we need more control, and when we need more control, we grab our C31. And by the way, C stands for complexion with the brushes. It's really easy, and then E stands for eye. But if you're wondering about the numbers, I started with 27 and 28, and 27 and 28 were my parents' race car numbers. And my dad has passed away, and I really started with E27. Totally unnecessary, but I feel like brightening just a little bit, and since I have that color underneath, it's more of a corrector color for me. So I'm gonna grab this concealer because it's so thin. I love this. I use this with the Sephora collection. They're my favorite concealers. And then I'm just gonna brighten up my under eye, just my under eye. Just having fun with makeup. That's kind of the point. For me anyways. Let's try out the Beauty Creations new powder. I haven't used it yet. I will say that this is called Butternut Bake. But okay, is that the name? The color? I don't know. It's not. It's very faintly pink. I'm not going to call it a pink. But let's see what it looks like on. I'm trying to zoom y'all in. Beep. There you go. Oh, it's pretty. That's nice. Very finely milled. That looks nice. Looks good. Very blurring. I like it. So I went ahead and I set my entire face with the Beauty Creations powder. Because I'm just going to do powder bronzer and powder blush from here on out. Now, I love this. And there's different shades too. This is the one I use. There's the link for it. But I just absolutely love this. It's so nice. And then I even like the highlighter. I might put on highlighter today. Absolutely feral. I'm in the mood for holiday spicy makeup. I'm doing it a little heavy and you're going to see why. It's one of my favorite things to do. And then I'm going to grab the brush that I use, the C41, and there's still going to be foundation in it. And what this does, it just makes it look really natural because you're kind of putting your foundation color veil on top of it, and it just makes it look a lot more believable. Still bronzer, it's obviously gonna look like makeup, but when it has that veil of your undertone on top, So I wanted a very true pink, a little bit cooler. You can see how much blue is in that. This is one of my favorite blush formulas. By surprise, yes, but it's one of my favorite formulas, and it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I barely tapped in there, and then I have the pink that I want. I'm gonna apply a little bit across my forehead and just a little bit across my nose, and I might actually take a little bit here. I wish I would have done pink powder now. Would have been a really beautiful transition. So I got Absolutely Feral, and we're just going to do a little bit of silver here in the center of the waterline, just to match the rhinestones. Is that not gorgeous? And this one from NARS is one of the best silvers ever. And why not get even more wild? Let's grab this Marwa Cosmetics glitter liner, and we'll put this on the bottom. That's fun. I feel like this one might be a little bit too much, so let's just take our fingernail, thin it out a little bit. Perfect. Oh wait, let's use the highlighter. I'm gonna grab it on an E29. Notice that I'm pressing it in. That helps really kind of press it into the skin, and it helps with texture. Sometimes when we just kind of swipe back and forth, it'll just kind of grab onto dry patches, but if we'll just kind of tap, now I'm just tapping the edges. And it looks so much smoother. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I have nothing on my lips. I'm just gonna put this on. Oh, that sounded funny. I have nothing on my lips. Obviously I have this on my lips. I meant I have no lip liner or lipstick. I'm just gonna go in with this. What the heck? Look at the sparkles. Just look at them. Gorgeous. And then I'm just gonna grab a little bit more pinky nude lip liner and just kind of perfect the edges. I love it. So I just did a little rhinestone there, and then I'm gonna grab another one and we'll do it right here. All right, we are all done. We're sparkly. We're sparkling. In case you're wondering, yes. Yes, I will wear this to the grocery store. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. I hope this was feral enough for you. I mean, I'm pretty sure rhinestone wings aren't something that we would typically do on a Monday morning. Maybe it is. For me, it's pretty typical on a Monday. I love y'all so much, and I am going to go film some more videos for y'all, and what I'm going to post tonight is going to be so helpful. I can't wait. I have a lot more I want to do today, a lot more helpful content. I'm very excited. I love you all so much, and I guess I'll just see you tonight in the post.